Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man of the Silver Mountain, and welcome back. Today I want to start off with asking you guys a question. How many of you guys are still keeping up with your New Year's resolution, if you made one? My guess would be probably not that many of you, or at least not as many as maybe you would hope are still continuing. But as a result, today I want to talk about motivation, because it is this thing that gets thrown around so often. Oh, I didn't have the motivation. Oh, I wasn't really motivated to do this thing. And it's a thing that comes up a lot in coaching. You know, I can't coach people who don't want to be coached. A person can set down the best of plans that would solve all of their problems, and yet if they're not committed to it, if they're not motivated to do it, then they're not going to achieve. You know, and it leaves me then frustrated because I can't move on with my client. I can't do what they've paid me to do with them, or what they are working with me to do with them, just because they've not done what we agreed that they would do. You know, I mean, I can do small things on my part. I can try and check that they're committed. I can try and make sure that they've got everything out of the session that they may want, but it doesn't fall on me for them to do the work on their own life. They have to be motivated to do that. And this is where motivation is very much a kind of illusion. Because it's, again, not something tangible. It's just whether or not you feel like doing it or you don't feel like doing it. It's very much an empty space. And so the thing with motivation is it's usually brought up either as an excuse or a reason, and I wanted to do this video because I don't feel it should be either. Yeah, as Master Yoda once said, do or do not, there is no try. It's a simple choice. It's a very easy to get hold of choice, and depending on what it is that you need to do, it can potentially be made so much more easy, so much more simple, and so much easier for you to do just by applying habit and the building of habits to the thing that you need to do. I mean, I've talked about motivation on short-term tasks, or like lists of things using Skinner boxes. I'll stick a link at the end of this video to that one. But with motivation in a more general sense, as said, it's a big empty space. And so there are two different areas that I feel motivation applies to. One is the big one-off tasks that you need to do but don't necessarily want to do. And with these, it can be tough. You can try using the Skinner box kind of checklist and reward idea, which, you know, may help you get through it, chunking down the thing that you need to do, breaking it into smaller parts, completing each part, giving yourself a reward after you've done like X number of small parts, building towards the whole. Or you can throw yourself in at the deep end, you know, feeling the fear, feeling the apprehension, feeling whatever discomfort or whatever reason that you don't want to do it, and just doing it anyway. You know, you might not have a great time of it, but then again, you'll come out the other end and you'll be fine. It's just pulling yourself together and getting on with that, which again is just choice. It's just you making that decision. But then the final one, and this is the one where a lot of people seem to have a lot more issue with the ongoing things. And this is where I wanted to bring this particular part of this topic up. And that is the building of habits. Because after you've made a habit, it doesn't matter if you're motivated to do it or not. You just get up, you do it. Because it's what you always do, right? And so the thing with building habits is that it usually takes about a month or 2 months of hard work, of focusing on making sure that you do a thing before it settles into your system and you are just going to do it out of habit, just without even thinking, just carrying on. And so, for example, habits in regards to exercise. Like since the beginning of the year, since the end of last year, I've been making more of a focus on my fitness personally, and as a result, it did take me a good couple of weeks at least to start getting into doing my doing exercise at a specific period, and then moving on to the rest of what I had to do, restructuring my day around it, giving myself the time for various things, like having a shower afterwards or whatever. That took a couple of weeks. Have I let myself down? Yeah. At times I've not worked out, or I was feeling unwell, or I was doing something else, or for example I did other things when I've been away. I've maybe gone for a walk instead of following the fitness regime that I've got laid out for me. And as a result, with the building of habits, I wouldn't say that I've solidified that habit yet. I wouldn't say that that's done and built up, but where I've let myself down, where I've maybe skipped a day, or I've taken a different route instead of doing as what I've laid out for myself, it's very much a case of realizing that I'm just human. I have my off days, and that I'll just have to pick it up, and then it's just making sure that I pick it up again and I keep going. Because it's not a case of motivation, it's a case of choosing to do the thing, whatever that thing may be. And in regards to developing the habit, you do it until you don't realize you're doing it anymore, or you do it until you have to do it, when it's part of that routine, that regimen, that cycle of activity that you go through every day. And again, different people will provide themselves with different things to do it. I, as I've said in my other video, use lists and checking them off, and occasionally giving myself a reward along the way. Some people I know will very much just make it a timing thing. Alarms on the phone, as soon as the alarm goes off, they do the thing. Yeah. It's just about trial and error and finding a way for you to stick with it to generate that habit. So to summarize, motivation, it's both a big and a non-existent thing. It's a big empty space that is usually used as an excuse or a reason for either not doing something or being able to achieve. Simply put, big things, one-off jobs, they're usually quite simple once you get into them. It's just making that first leap, doing that first step. Feel the fear, do it anyway. Focus on what you need to do, get it done. Simple as that. Make that choice. For more long-term and sustained repeated actions and things like that, simply put, don't worry about doing it as a task. Think about it as a habit. Think about it as a thing that you add to your routine, to your regimen, to whatever it is that you use to keep you going through your activities through the day. Add it to it. Keep going until you don't realize you're doing it anymore, or until it just gets easy. Because I promise you, it will get easy if you do it for long enough. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. Where has your motivation let you down? Where have you suddenly had your moments where it's just left you kind of wanting or uncertain about how you're going to proceed? What's the main cause of demotivation for you? Is it people around you? Is it the things that you're doing? Please let me know. It's interesting to hear what you guys have to say, and the feedback that I've been getting has been really great recently. It's been really helpful. But yeah, please let me know, and I will see you in the video tomorrow. Take care, guys. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you found this at all interesting or useful, then please like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.